is my great pleasure to, it's going to seem like a shtick now because this has happened to me before, so I brought my script. Hello, all of you. It is my great pleasure to be here with you. The Theater Practitioner Award recognizes a living individual whose work in the American theater has evidenced exemplary achievement over a lifetime and who has contributed significantly to the development of the larger field. Michael Maso has been a dear friend and a colleague of mine for years. As a managing director of the Huntington since 1982, he has produced more than 160 plays, led the Huntington's 10-year drive to build the Stanford Calderwood Pavilion at the Boston Center for the Arts, and was honored by the Boston Herald as 2004's Theater Man of the Year. From 1997 to 2005, he served as president of the League of Resident Theaters. He is the 2005 recipient of the Commonwealth Award, the state's highest arts honor, and was honored with the Norton Prize for Sustained Excellence at Boston's Elliott Norton Awards. He is also a teacher, currently serving as an associate professor of theater at Boston University. Mostly, I think Michael Maso is a nice guy, just such a smart, charming, nice guy. Please join me in welcoming Michael Maso to the stage.
Thank you, Teresa and Kevin and TCG for this recognition. I look at those who have received it in the past and I am truly honored. I want to thank the Boston Host Committee led by Kate Warner with extraordinary diligence and vision and energy. The energy in this theater community is palpable, and I look forward to our continuing our work once the conference ends to create a new and stronger legacy for theater in Boston. Thanks to the Huntington, to Peter Dubois and our extraordinary staff, to our peerless board, and to our friends and partners at BU. And thanks, of course, to my family, my wife Lisa, and our sons Alexander and Graham for giving me a life outside of the Huntington. I owe you more than I can ever say. There's a remarkable coincidence I have to tell you about, because I was on the stage just a few months ago at a Huntington gala which recognized me as well. No one is ever going to not recognize me from now on. I'm very friendly. And so, because of the coincidence, I'm going to share with you a secret that I previously only revealed to the 500 people who were at the gala. And you see, while I have spent the last 40 years of my life working in the theater, my sensibility as a managing director and a producer was already finely honed by the time of my bar mitzvah. Yes, that's me. And now you can all see what many have long suspected, my theatrical heritage. I am, in fact, the love child of Eddie Cantor and Betty Boop. What I really have to tell you is that boy came to the theater through a love of the Broadway musicals of the 50s and 60s. After school, I would play them over and over in my parents' living room, transforming myself in my head from Harold Hill to Henry Higgins, from the Jets to the Sharks, from Annie Oakley to Nathan to Detroit. Even after I went to college, when my contemporaries were having their worlds turned upside down by the likes of Bob Dylan and the Rolling Stones, I was immersed in the world of Ethel Merman. I believe that for a time in the early 70s, I knew more Broadway musicals by heart than any other straight man in America. But I wasn't destined to make my life in the musical theater. In the summer of 1972, just after I graduated college and turned 21, I was a volunteer for the Roundabout Theatre Company, which at the time was located under a supermarket on the corner of 26th and 9th. One evening, I had a call at home from the Roundabout's founder and his protege, and they asked me to be their general manager. I had no professional experience. I had no training in general management. I had not applied for the job. Yes, they were insane. And these are the people responsible for my career. That career has been spent in the American not-for-profit theater. Over the next few days, we will be engaged in an exploration of new ways to sustain our movement. I wholly endorse that exploration. We need new ideas. But we must not forget that this movement is one of the great success stories in the history of American theater. Over the past 50 years, we've brought moments of transformation to millions and millions of theatergoers, and new opportunities to tens of thousands of artists. We have not done that as a monolith, and there is no one right path. The ecology of our field is based on a wide diversity of institutional structures. Our job, each in our own way, is to empower artists to make great art and to share it as widely as possible. And in that fundamental task, our theater has not failed America. I'm not arguing for complacency. I believe that we can more fully integrate artists into our institutional lives. I believe that we can expand our audiences so that we're serving more of our citizens, not just those who can afford dynamic prices. But I will admit my impatience with critics of our theaters who seem determined to drive a wedge between individual artists and institutions. And I hope that over the next few days, and in the conversations that should follow for years to come, we can resist finger-pointing and ideological purity. Real conversations require a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. And fundamentalism is just as dangerous in the theater as it is in religion or on the Supreme Court. So I am here to confess. My name is Michael, and I run a large institutional theater. Halls in order to produce new plays and create programs for local playwrights and provide first-class facilities to other local theaters. Yes, we sell tickets to get an audience. Yes, we raise money because tickets alone don't pay the bills. Yes, all of that takes people. Does that make us overstuffed bureaucracies? Bullshit. To set that stage every day. And this room is filled with those people. Artists and production staff, administrators and trustees who make up the miracle known as the American Nonprofit Theater. And every one of you has made sacrifices because of your deep passion for the art form to which you have dedicated your lives. I am deeply grateful to you for allowing me the life that I have led and for showing me each day how you filled your lives with meaning. I am still the hopeless romantic, the bar mitzvah boy who acted out obscure musicals in his parents' living room. And helping to bring plays to life is as thrilling now as it was when I began. So from one old theater practitioner to 1,000 others, I salute you and thank you for this recognition. To those who came here searching for something better, we need you to succeed. Whether you're fighting for change from within an institution or building your own framework from scratch, break a leg, go forth, model the movement. This is where it begins. Thank you.